Hey YouTube, this is James again. I hope you liked that last video, the 2K, not the weed, but the game. Alright, today we're going to talk about paintball. Now, there's different kinds of paintball out there, and there's a paintball arena in Ottawa County, Port Clinton. No, wait. Yeah, it's in Oak Harbor. My bad. It's in Oak Harbor, Port Clinton. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but it sounded pretty cool. I'm not gonna get anyone sponsored here because I don't know if they're actually gonna go there. But there's a paintball place you could go every third of the week and just hang out and fucking play a game. And today we're gonna talk about paintball. Paintball is made for everybody, including kids. But I think it shouldn't be rated for children because if you get shot in the face, you're gonna bawl like a bastard, and next thing you know, it's your fault. So just be careful on the age limit. Well, I owned a Angel. It was a 2006 Angel. It wasn't like the old ones. It was like a mid. It was like a badass paintball gun. It was probably like a $1,500 gun when I bought it, but I traded it for another paintball gun. But the one that I had was a Spider 2012. And it was before 2012, but I traded I think it was a Zodian Chaos, and it was all, I got it in red. I didn't like the color. So I spray painted it all red. Well, I didn't spray paint it. I airbrushed it. Airbrushed the whole gun red. Everything was red on it. And then I took hearts and tape, not like actual clear tape. You take like Scotch tape or duct tape. Duct tape works best. Or frog tape. Or this is before that, but you take the green tape and you make hearts out of it with a scalpel. You put them all over the gun. Let it sit for a day, because if it sits, the longer it sits, the tape, the better the outline will come out. So if you let it sit for a day, really press it on there, then what you do is you spray paint it again, another color, and you put more hearts on it, you spray paint it again. I had purple, red, and aqua hearts on it. It was beautiful. I mean, the barrel on the top, from the barrel on down to the end of the barrel, was all and red and purple, like not model paint, but yeah, it was model paint. It was like the paint that you used for the old train sets and stuff, where you could do graffiti on the box cars. Same stuff. My dad had tons of it, and I took that and just spray painted it, and I did hearts on it, and it came out like candy apple red, candy apple aqua, bright aqua, and I did bright purple. But the aqua, I didn't know about it because it glowed in the dark. It was pretty as hell in the morning, but at night it glowed in the dark, and I didn't know. And I spray painted it on there, and it came out beautiful. And I traded it for a 2006 Angel. And this gun was fucking dope. I wanted to fix it up and sand it down, take a sander to it and stuff. But he said that in the gun itself was a problem. He said his son took it apart to paint it. Got down to the trigger, because if you're gonna paint it, you're gonna do the whole thing. And I guess he was in competitions and stuff statewide and stuff. I knew people that did that too. And he took apart the trigger, and he lost the pitch. He lost parts for the trigger and couldn't get the trigger to work again. So I was like, "Hey, I'll trade you my my Chaos 3 for that gun. He goes, well, what does it look like? I was like, you never seen one? He goes, no, I never seen a customized one before in my life. I was like, well, come here. And I showed him. I took it out of the box. Everything was mint on it. I mean, it was dope. It had hearts. It had like glow in the dark hearts on it, so you could shoot at night or whatever, or just like a wall hanger. But it worked. It shot paintballs out, and I ended up trading him for like a $1,500 fucking Angel from 2008. It's badass. It was a badass gun. So I tore it apart. It took me like a month to get all the pieces, but like I tore it apart, airbrushed it, and made it like a really badass fucking gun. Dude, this gun was so dope. It like, you know how people would put silver on theirs? I didn't put silver. I put like triangles, outlined triangles, put triangles, squares, X's on it, and made it into like a PlayStation 2 gun. And it was like a really cool camouflage. But it took me like a week to figure out how I was gonna do it. I didn't just have it planned for it. I took some time and did it right. So I did all that. So yeah, the gun was so tricked out that it every time I shot it, it would double shoot. And what I mean by that is when I pulled the trigger back one time, it would shoot like 2 or 3 more balls than what it was supposed to. And it served on your CO2 tank. So like if you hook up a CO2 tank to it, and you let's say that a spider you could use like 1,600 shots, this Angel had like 3,000 shots, maybe a little less than 3,000, like 2,800. But like it was dope. And I took it all apart, resanded it, rebuilt it. It took me forever to figure out the parts for it because he lost so many parts for the trigger. I just had, it was like to the point that you had to buy a new gun, take the parts from that, and work on it. But like on eBay, they got it where you could buy the guns, but they're like still $1,500, $1,600 a gun. And that's because it serves on your air. So if you ever wondered that, just remember you're serving your air when you're buying Angel. So if you buy an Angel for $1,500, the only thing you're doing is 2,800 shots. And there's Chaoses. There was I can't remember all of them. I know there's like Eclipse, the SPX. All them guns are worth like 2, 3, 4 grand because the gun is all electronic. You don't want an electronic gun. You want a gun that you could just pull out and fucking kick ass with. But like some of them speedball boys, I don't like them because like all they do is speedball, and it takes the fun out of the game. I think because like you can't blindside anymore. They used to do that in the fucking 2000 era, but now it's like 2027, and let's just say it's a little more harder to do with now because like before, if you pull your gun out to the side, let's say there's an object there and you put your gun out to the side, like put your arms out and start shooting, you could do that in the game. They just cut it out because they had speedball. A lot of people don't know that. When you grew up in 2000 era, man, a lot of shit flew. Like when I played paintball, I mean, like my first time, it was like, all right, you get shot in the arm, you can't use your arm. You get shot in the leg, you're dead. But now it's like you get shot one time, you're dead no matter what. Which actually kind of sucks because like we used to play paintball in the back of my dad's forest in my grandma's backyard because she had a bunch of forests and stuff. Like 30 people got together and played. But like when we played on a certain day, we were all there. it was like no matter where you got shot at, you get hit 2 or 3 times and you're dead, no matter what. Nowadays, it's like, oh yeah, you get shot one time, you're fucking dead. Who the hell made that rule? That was just because they made speedball a big fucking thing back in the 90s. But yeah, I don't know. It's not fair because if you get shot in the arm, it should be like, all right, you get shot again, you die. That's how we played. But like now, it's like you get shot one time, you're fucking dead, which is a letdown, I think. But the equipment, the armor, I bought armor for $20, and it was pretty cool. You know, I got the armor and stuff. And then it still hurt when I got shot, but it didn't leave welts. If you ever got shot by a paintball gun, it's like getting shot by a 27.3 mile per hour shell, is what I called it. But back then it was called shells. Now it's called balls. Balls to the walls, bitches. But yeah, paintball is not what it used to be. Back then you could make like capture the flag more funner. You could get shot more times, but now everything's like a competition, or you have to do it that way. It just takes the fun out of the game. And I kind of know in speedball, if you get shot in the head, it doesn't count. But shouldn't that be called an automatic out? Like they don't call shit like that in the game. But here's an idea. If you got a crappy paintball gun, don't tear it down and take the trigger off. Just take the grip, the accessories, the barrel. But don't take off the barrel if you're going to paint it. Just leave it on there. Then you can do your own fucking design or whatever. But the coolest thing is that I found out after I airbrushed it, you still had to take like a tack pen and tack the needles. Like put the needle through the holes on top, because if them are blocked, your gun backfires. I had it happen to me once. I was spraying car sealer on it for like if you got in a car accident, you could spray this stuff and it would like it was like rubber. I put them on the ball so it less splatted, and I put some of that on the barrel by accident. And I didn't unplug them holes in the front of the barrel, and it backfired. It shot the strike rod out, and I had to like rebuy a whole new gun because it ripped the threads out. It was really bad. I almost got killed. I should have died, but fuck it. But the thing is, it's fun. It's just when you gotta like make sure that like if you haven't been shot before, you get shot in the shoulder. Shoot somebody in the shoulder with it, or shoot yourself in the shoulder. Not point blank range, like maybe like 5 feet away, because like the next person that runs up on you and they're 5 feet away or 3 feet, it's not gonna hurt that bad the second time. It's just the first time that you get shot, it's a bitch. And they leave welts on you. They're like the size of my glasses. Like the glasses lens. It's the size of that, but like it's purple. And then after a while, it's just a circle. But they hurt like hell too. It's like getting hit by a car. If you could get handled getting hit by a car, you could get hit by a paintball. That's paintball there. Let's see here. The hopper or the capacity. I call it the hopper because it's more funner. And if you get the black one, it holds 200. Get the clear one, it holds 120. And then if you get anything else custom, it's like 50. That's why, like, if you see it in Speedball, they're pouring the pods, which are the ball holders. You pour them in there and they're dumping all over the fucking place. Don't do that at home. You want to save your balls. Go on. I know that it's called paintball.com, not to sponsor them, but if you go on paintball.com, you could buy 500 of them for like $4 a bag, $5 if that, and that's 5, 10, 15, 20. So you spend $20 for 60,000 balls, or for 2,000 balls. Compared to some places, there'd be like $60 a box. So just give you a heads up on that. If you are building your first gun, you have to have a scalpel. If you have a box, take a box, cut a box out, put the box cut part down, and then you can scalpel on that. Don't do the designs and cut them out. You do that on tape. Put the tape down, lay it cross, lay it flat as you can, and then cut it whatever object or shape or whatever the fuck you want out of it, and then take that part that you cut out and put that on your gun. Leave it tightly set on the gun. Leave it sit for like a day, maybe two. Because remember, the longer it sits, the more cooler it's going to come out. And then you spray paint the whole gun white first, and then you put the stickers, or what I call stickers, put the tape on the gun any way you want. Make sure the barrel is on the gun, means screwed into the gun. And then you could do your designs, make sure your holes are punctured. And then after you do all that, spray paint it or airbrush it. Airbrush comes out better. But like if you have paint, just spray paint it. Wait till it dries. Make sure you do both sides. And then you could you could put another tape after you spray paint it or color or whatever you're doing. Take the tape shapes and put it on the gun. Do not take the stickers off that you previously put on. It's called layering. You put the stickers on the gun, spray paint it again. Then you could do that like 3 or 4 times. Let it sit. You have to let it sit for at least 2 days. That's how, like, if you do it outside, it's not that bad. Because you could probably get it within like 1 or 2 hours. You don't want to do it that way. Because, like, if you do it outside, you have to be like absolutely 100% sure it's not going to rain. But I don't think it really matters because like it makes the gun stronger. Just put it outside. If it's cold outside, you don't want to do it outside when it's cold. But if you have to do it when it's cold, make sure it's like a mild winter out. Or at least like a mild fall. Because once you do that, it makes the gun and it makes the paint more resistant. I don't know why, it just does. The cold or hot, the cold makes it more resistant, and then the hot makes it like wear off faster because of the sun rays and shit. I don't know why it does that. I just learned over like the past 20 years of painting and airbrushing that you could do it that way. And that's just a heads up. Then you take a scalpel when you're done, lay the gun down flat. Don't take hooks and all that shit, like grips or anything. Don't do any of that. Take a rubber grip and suck it to the gun and take it off real slow with the tip of the scalpel. If the tip breaks, don't worry about it because it's cutting it anyways. And just take them stickers or the tape off really slowly. You don't want to pull it off. You don't want to go like really slow. You just want to easy it, pull it off like very, very slowly. Because the more you do that, the more it's gonna shine. Because what tape does is that it sticks, and if you get that stickiness on the paint, that's more resistant to the gun. So if you drop it and it hits a rock or something, it doesn't scrape because that stickiness is hardening it. So that's another idea. And just peel them off real slow. Do both sides. You don't have to like the screw in the back. You don't have to do any of that with the insides of the gun. You don't have to do anything with that with the air tank. Just if you're taking apart the air tank, make sure the steel braided hose is off first. And if you use a Mall 100 steel braided hose, it works for a 2012 Spider. It works for any gun really except for the Chaos, I think, because the Chaos ones you just need a shorter one. But it works for all guns. If you get a 13-inch one, you're on fire. Because I found the 2 female parts. Back in the day, it was like $4.99 for one. But like now they're like $20 or $30. But you have to be really careful with yours. Mine was black, the 9-inch one, and I took it off and put a steel braided hose on, which was silver. Then I painted it. It came out really cool. So just heads up, couple things you gotta watch out for. But hey, if you listen to this video, you're guaranteed getting a serious fucking paint job. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.